wrist escapes today, principles of wrist escapes and body mechanics of them. Basically, most wrist escapes, we deal with them for, I would say, one major reason. It comes from the samurai schools and sword work. Most of the time, covering my sword here, hand would be on my sword. So the likelihood is I'm going to get my wrist grabbed. Everyday life, I can't say I've ever, in 8 years worth of working on the door, ever seen anyone grab someone else's wrist, other than perhaps a guy grabbing a girl's wrist when she's turning away. So that's probably the best reason for learning it. But on the other side of things, also for body mechanics, really important, because this can then go on to further things. So, a few pet hates I really do have, and probably the very biggest one, and no other martial arts will be named in this. I'm ashamed for really not teaching this right. Would be, how come you grab my wrist? Why on earth would anybody do that? Silly. It's not going to happen. Not in a million years. It'd be like saying, "And punch my face." Oh, yeah, admittedly, you can do that if you think the other guy's really that bad, but it's pretty dangerous because you're sticking your chin out. He could just lamp you and you're going to look pretty stupid. So, reality's sake is that if Paul's going to grab my wrist, he's going to come in and grab my wrist. You know, I'm not going to be offering it to him. As I said, with sword work, the likelihood is then that I'm going to draw, my hand is up here, then Paul can grab my wrist. That's the reality, but that's as far as it would come out. Definitely no further than that. If it's out here, then your sword's too far forward in your belt. Okay, so Paul grabs my wrist. So from here, what I don't do is I don't try and move my arm. The likelihood is that the other guy is going to be quite strong. If he's going to be grabbing you, it means at least he thinks he's strong because he's attacking you. So yeah, you've got a good reason here. So, first thing I do is I move my body. Now, Paul can't really stop my body from moving. This is all quite simple. Yeah, body mechanics, you should know this anyway. But if I try and do this with my arm, simply with my arm, and keep my arm steady, right? Now we're into a strength match. But this is just strength. This is all this is. And that's too much effort. Whereas if I'm using my body, then that's very simple. So, we'll look at the outside first. Probably the most easy way and safest way to learn. So, the weapon that we're worried about at this point really is the fist. He's pinning this arm down so he can lump me one. Oh dear, don't like that. So, first thing I need to do is move as he grabs me. I move off. See this, but okay, so I'm turning my body here. This hand comes out. We're going to keep it simple at the moment, no locks. So I just simply push off. Okay.
Yeah.
So from this grab, what I'm doing is I'm moving to the outside and I'm rotating my wrist. This isn't about strength in the wrist. I can, to a point, come round, but I need to avoid the punch as well. So I come to the outside, move here. So now my hand's flat on the back of Paul's forearm. From here I'm just going to simply go away from him. Because his balance is nicely in here, I'm going to take it back through his back leg. Here. All very simple and soft. Obviously, yes, we can get into these sorts of things. So I can lock Paul up, but don't worry about that, because if you can't actually do the basic philosophy of this, then you won't be able to do anything else. See these nice soft Tai Chi sort of flowing movements, same principles involved in that. For anyone that, if you're watching this, you should probably have some knowledge of martial arts, so you're certainly very interested, so you'll know Tai Chi isn't about health and relaxation, highest form of Chinese martial arts. In fact, you'll have learnt a lot of martial arts in China generally before you learn Tai Chi. The flow movement here is what it's all about. So you see that in these flowing movements. That's all I'm doing. Again, I mean, if we break this down into Kemai, from Shizen, I'm dropping back into Ichimonji. I'm now going to flow forward into Ihe. That's looking at the most basic principles. I don't generally think about it like that, but
That was an accident, was it?
so this is the outside. So we'll do this in really static form. So I go off my turn.
His head will be there.
Yeah. I turn back. Notice the foot and the knee. So I'm turning in. I'm going to just take a step. Okay, I think enough of that one. Right, inside. So, best to go same side. Confusing. Right, okay, so again, right, wrists and things. The reason that Paul can grab me and actually make a tight grip that actually causes any problems is his thumb. So the point I'm looking to break is the thumb. So I'm going to come back on the thumb joint here, turn with my body, down and up. So from here, I can come in and through.